So broken hearts are always better than lonely ones. Go out there and get your heart ripped out your chest and have it happen a few times in a few different ways so that you can eventually start to catch on to the mistakes you're making, mistakes other people are making, and learn from them, right? Because if you've never had your heart broken, you don't know what to expect. And until that happens, you're going to be stagnant. You're not going to understand dynamics of a multitude of relationships, business, intimate, whatever friendship, whatever type of relationship, right? You're not going to understand the interdynamics of these relationships and how other people operate. If you don't go out there and deal with other people, that you don't connect with other people on the internet or in real life, you got to do both of those things, right? And, allow people to say what they truly feel about you. They might like you one day, they might not the next day, but it's okay. And then you learn to like yourself even more. You know you're not perfect, but when you're putting in all the work and you're starting to build connections with others and things like that, you understand that, well, I'm not perfect, but what I am is progressive. I'm making progression, and that's really all that matters. Because for one person who falls out of my life, two other people step in, and so it's enough, right? It's a replacement, and they can't replace what that person specifically gave me, I guess, but because everyone has their own unique aura, I'd say, right? But it's like, okay, I'm getting exposed to more, because I've been put through it, and now I can really handle more of that, right? I can handle more. So I think it's important to go out there and establish as many connections as you can, with people who at least are somewhat like-minded to you, right? Who either like to think deeply, might think deeply about other things. Like, you might have a friend that's a liberal and you're a conservative, or I'm just going into politics here. It doesn't have to be for politics, but what I'm saying is that you both think deeply about those two ideologies, but they're separate. So, but you can bond over how deep you think. And I think there's something special in that. And, it's important to touch grass sometimes. I know I'd be chronically online, but be outside, connecting with people here and there whenever I can. And it's always good, right? And, staying lonely will keep you stagnant. If you get yourself broken over and over again, you just learn how to fix it and fix it faster and better. So that's important. And it's going to serve as, character building for future relationships anyway. And, I don't really care if someone's like, I like you one day, I don't like you the next. Because maybe I'm just like, yo, you know what? I haven't put enough work in. And maybe I'm not at that point that I'm undeniable and I'm hard to replace. I like to be someone who's extremely hard to who comes across as extremely hard to replace to others. Because ultimately you have power and leverage in that, right? So I think that's something I'm really invested in at the moment. So yeah, that's the video.